Hello everyone and welcome to another R&R Partners video. My name is Remus and today we are going to answer the question of how to get a Romanian visa in 2026. If you are new to the channel and you are interested in either incorporating a company in Romania or immigrating to Romania, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel as we post new and updated content each and every 3 weeks. So in order to get a visa from Romania, first of all, you need to know what type of visa you're applying for. We have multiple videos on this topic. I'm not going to go in the details, but consider that you are here. Most probably you want to apply for a long-term visa for Romania. So you need to know your purpose for staying in Romania. It can be family, it can be work, it can be volunteering, it can be for school purposes, educational visas, it can be for medical care, it can be that you're an entrepreneur, you're an investor, you're a director of a business. So there are many purposes for which you can apply for. However, always know that you can apply only for one purpose and you must put the documents in order for that particular purpose. If you are in this situation or one of the next ones that I'm going to present, do note that you can always book a consultation with us and we can give you tailored advice for you in order to go through the procedure, or we can actually assist you throughout the procedure so you would have no problems with the Romanian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Now, once you found your purpose, do note to always check if there are any preliminary procedures before you go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, respectively, the embassy or consulate where you will be applying for the visa. For example, if you're going for a work visa, you are coming to Romania as an employee of a business in order to conduct work-related purposes in Romania, you need to get from the company that is employing you a work permit. That work permit needs to be issued by the immigration authority to your employer. We have a video that is issued a few months ago from when we are filming regarding the new process of getting a work permit. And now you also need a workforce agency that would approve this whole arrangement and will guarantee for you to come to Romania. Another purpose that needs a preliminary procedure would be, for example, if you're a family member of a Romanian citizen. You would need your marriage license to be recognized in Romania via transcription. Without that recognition, you cannot legally move to Romania and you cannot apply for obtaining the visa. Another example would be educational purposes. First, you need to be approved by the university and then they would issue a letter to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which will give you a letter in order to go to the embassy and apply for the visa for studies. Also, investments usually have a preliminary procedures. There are a few special type of processes that do not need some preliminary procedures in order to go and apply for the visa. So best would be to see which of these procedures you need to do in advance so you would know that your visa will not be rejected. Once you know your purpose, you know that you have the preliminary documents issued by the Romanian authorities. The next would be to get the usual documents which apply for most of the visa's applications. And usually these are around 3 types of applications. One, it would be the health insurance, which needs to cover at least 30,000 euro before for the whole duration of the visa. The second would be the means of living. Usually the means of living vary depending on the type of visa, but for long-term visas, they usually sit around 2,000 to 3,000 euro in order to go through the process. Another document which is very important would be the place where you would be living in Romania. It can be also a booking confirmation that you are going to stay at a certain address. However, when you are coming to Romania, you should be living at that address until you go to the immigration office and you apply for the residency permit. The fourth step would be, after you have all these documents, you need to go and make a profile on a visa and you start getting your file ready. You'd have there some certain type of questions that you need to answer with yes or no, and based on those questions they would pre-validate you as a possible and eligible person for your particular type of visa. If you want, a pro tip here would be that each and every time once you are finalizing a step in the e-visa portal, you have there a save button. I would highly advise you to hit the save button once you get through one process, because sometimes the website malfunctions and you can lose all the progress that you've made and you need to start from zero. So once you have your file number, you can just re-log in to that file number and you would see your progress and the document saved on your particular file. If you found the content useful for your particular situation, we would highly appreciate if you would hit the like button down below. It really helps our channel out, and you would also be helping other expats that are in need of information regarding obtaining their Romanian visas in 2026. Now, once everything is set and ready, the next step would be to attend the interview. Once you submitted all the documents in the portal, the consulate will look over it. They will see that everything seems to be in order. And once they give you the green light, they would set the interview date and time. At that date and time, you need to go with the documents in original at the consulate. They would look over them, and sometimes you have a small and brief interview. However, don't treat this interview lightly. We had situations in which the visas were rejected, especially for these interviews, either because the clients did not know English or the language that they said in their CVs that they know, or they wanted a certain job which was not fit for their qualifications, and the embassy thought that they were actually trying to not stay legally in Romania. After attending the interview, your file will be taken, and usually they are also retaining your passport. You can ask for your passport back and give a statement that you would return with the passport if the visa is approved. And when you are leaving the file there, it is going to go under review. Depending on the type of application that you are doing, the review can be up to 60 days, but usually you get an answer in around 30 to 45 days. We've also seen processes as fast as a few days, but depends on the type of application that you have and what the decision is in the background, if they want to do additional checks and see what happens with your company, with your spouse, and so on. Once you get an answer on your visa application, if it is granted, be aware that long-term visas are granted for 90 days within 180 days. So once you got the visa in your passport, it should be valid for 6 months, and in those 6 months you have 90 days in order to come to Romania to perfect all your documents and go to the immigration office in order to extend your visa. The extension of the visa is made by the issuing of the residency permit. That's why sometimes when you go to the immigration office or you go in the public hearing, you can hear about the extension of the visa when they are referring to the residency permit. And sometimes the first extension of the visa is not the same with the second extension of the visa, and so on and so forth. So be aware that the extension of the visa is the residency permit itself. So thank you for watching. I really hope you found this content useful, and until next time, do note that you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram. We also have TikTok now, so you can also be in touch with us there. And until next time, take care, see you soon, and have a nice day. Bye.